Now, the last substance of what I ask is what is going on with Brexit and immigration? Are there final plans yet, or is it still taking years to figure out what's going on with Brexit for the UK? Have they specified the guidelines yet for UK inbound migration?
Yeah, so John, I'm glad to say for at least immigration aspect of it, we're pretty much at the end. So the last deadline that we were waiting for was June 30th. So essentially what this means is that now everyone who is an EU national or third country national, so everyone has to apply. If they're moving to the UK to work, they have to apply for a visa. And earlier on the year, the UK announced their new points-based immigration scheme. So they've basically announced a new type of visa called the skilled worker visa that employers now have to use to sponsor foreign nationals. There has been actually elimination of the labor market test, which means that as long as the salary threshold has been met and the educational requirements are met, it's much easier to sponsor foreign nationals in the UK now post Brexit than it was before. But that also means you have to now sponsor EU nationals, which previously you did not have to as a UK employer, right? So there are more employees that companies are now having to sponsor, but it's just a little bit easier comparatively to their old scheme. So yeah, really, we're at the end of it, and there have been right to work changes announced. So the documents that are required to prove work authorization in the UK, those have been revised. So that's kind of what I'm doing for my clients right now, is providing their HR and talent acquisition teams training for making sure that they obtain the proper work authorization documents for new onboards, and then also making sure that they are aware of the recent postgraduate work permit that the UK also announced, which makes it easier to hire those foreign nationals who graduated from UK universities. So there's a lot, to be honest with you, John, as a result of Brexit for immigration. I think there's a lot of positive changes that happened and make it easier for companies to expand in the UK.
So I want to ask some more pointed questions. Are there caps with regard to inbound migration to UK now for these skilled workers? Not like the H-1B, there's a cap. There's no caps on that?
No caps at all. Yeah.
Before Brexit, was it an open market where anyone at whatever skill level could come work for the EU, but now it's made less inclusive?
Yes. So yeah, absolutely. So before, you just had to show your a passport from an EU country. And that's it. That's all you needed to be able to come and live and work in the UK, and vice versa. So British nationals could go to any EU country and live and work without requiring any sort of immigration support. But now British nationals do also require visas when they move to an EU country to be able to live and work there. So really, there's more policies and procedures involved now. So it's a little bit more exclusive in that way, but really we're able to find, especially for the highly skilled talent that the clients that I'm working with require, we usually don't foresee any challenges in being able to onboard candidates.
It's going to be a huge shift for unskilled people and potentially self-employed kind of people. They have to find different categories or just go back home on either side of the pond.
So if they were living in the UK already before Brexit, they were able to apply for what's called the EU settlement scheme, which would allow them to continue to preserve their right to live and work in the UK, which is what, so they were given a chance. They were given a chance before they were kicked out.
It can be so disruptive with this kind of stuff. Immigration, you never know. It's just things pop up and they change. But that's going to be interesting. I mean, it's going to shift things. And, obviously, skilled workers coming in is always a positive, brings a lot of talent. But then there's the anti-immigrant side that says, "Oh, you're taking away our skilled workers' job or position and stuff like that." So it's a mixed bag. You're going to get political pushback, especially for people who voted for Brexit. But at least, sometimes they say, even if it's a bad law, at least let us know what the law is, so we can work on what that is and work on changing it if needed. But when it's up in the air and you're waiting and to figure it out, like here we have DACA, deferred action child arrivals. It's there, it's not there. Now, as the judge said, it's not there. There's the finality of it. Sometimes it's a good thing because it gives it open to get better stuff, but it's frustrating because people's lives are in the balance. Like they've got to decide, should I take my kids from school? Should I, stay here? What should I do? So it gets really disruptive, but I'm glad they're finalized that plan.
Yeah. if now we just got to figure out what it is, and that's what we're here to help with our clients. But it's been solidified finally. Yeah.